This is why I train in martial arts.
A shooting spree in California. A suspect is in custody this morning, accused of killing 3 white men because of their race. ABC's Kana Whitworth is on the scene for us there in Fresno with details. Good morning, Kana.
Robin, good morning. Police are saying this was a hate crime solely based on race, that Kori Muhammad wanted to kill as many white men as he could before going to jail for a previous murder.
Authorities say this is the gunman who went on a deadly shooting spree, killing 3 white men Tuesday morning.
Yeah, we're going to need to get more units out here.
We just got another call in of 6 shots fired.
Authorities say the 39-year-old first opened fire on a PG&E truck at 10:45 a.m., shooting and killing the passenger. 34-year-old Zachary Randalls, the married father of 2, was a new employee on his first ride-along with the company.
He was just minding his own business. Minding his own business.
Suspect then firing at but missing a nearby resident, only to kill 2 more men before police apprehended him.
He made some spontaneous statements. I did it. I shot them. 2
months ago, Muhammad posted this video of a song to YouTube.
Death and destruction, murder and mayhem.
He yelled out, Allahu Ackbar, as he was seated in the back seat of the patrol car.
Police believe this shooting was a hate crime and not related to terrorism.
Based on the information that we have been provided, this is solely based on race.
Of course it's a hate crime. He did that because he hated them. He hated them because of the color of their skin. It's not a good... No.
Police say Muhammad is also responsible for murdering another man last week, 25-year-old Carl Williams, a security guard at a nearby motel. Muhammad allegedly telling police he wasn't going to jail for shooting a security guard and was going to try and kill as many people as possible.
Police charging him with 4 counts of murder and 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, saying the night that he killed that unarmed security guard, he also tried to kill his partner, but simply ran out of ammo. Robin?
Such a horrible story. Have they recovered the murder weapon?
Yeah, Robin, police are saying that after the shooting spree yesterday, Muhammad threw the gun into a pile of clothes. So they've been unable to find it at this point. Again, they do believe he used the same gun to kill the security guard and go on that deadly shooting rampage yesterday.
Terrible. All right, Kana, thank you. Horrible.
We have seen hate crimes rising all across the country this year.
Not everybody's going to be able to have concealed license to conceal and carry. And like where I live in Maryland, even if we can carry, if you're on if you had a federal building on federal property, you're not allowed to have that weapon with you. And, or you have to be able to get to the weapon before somebody can attack you. Before you can defend yourself against an attacker. This is just ridiculous. There's no justifying this, but I got a longer rant that I have recorded in this situation, and I'm going to get to that right now. This rant is probably really not going to do any good, but I hope, I want to go by my thing of if I can just convince one person. So if I can convince one person that's contemplating something like this not to do it, then I think this rant is worthwhile.
My typical spiel of commenting on a news story is typically that it is yet another situation that exemplifies why you should study martial arts and or have a handgun. Now, in this situation with Kori Ali Muhammad? I think that's what it was. Kori Allen Muhammad. He killed 4 white people because he doesn't like white people. See, there are white people who are taking martial arts classes and who have concealed carry permits. And that's a good reason why. Because somebody literally can come up and shoot you and try to kill you just because they don't like the way you look and they don't like the color of your skin. It's rare, but it does happen. And there's really not much else I can say about that, but that's yet another reason why you should take a martial arts class. But I do have something to say to anyone who's thinking about doing something like what Kori Muhammad did. I want you to think for a second. You say that you mean this is mainly to non-white people, but it applies to anyone because they're white people feel this way too. You say you're being oppressed by the government, right? Or you say you're being oppressed by white people. So then, what do you think is going to happen if you go out and murder the type of people who you say are oppressing you? Then you get arrested by the type of people who you say are oppressing you. And then you're put in jail, an institution designed to punish you that's run by the type of people who are oppressing you. And then you're going to be tried by the type of people who are oppressing you. And then you're going to be sentenced by the type of people who are oppressing you. And then you're going to get thrown back in jail, probably because you've killed multiple human beings. You're going to get a really long jail sentence enforced by the type of people who are oppressing you. And if you're a black person who went to jail for killing white people, a white supremacist gang is probably going to try to kill you while you're in jail. And there may even be guards who are sympathizers and who are in on it, who will turn the other way and let them kill you. So you're going to die. Now, if you're a white person who did all the same thing, then you end up in jail. Because there is actually racism, you end up being in jail with a lot of people who you don't like. So if you're the white murderer going to jail, Dylan Roof, you're going to be in jail around a bunch of black people who are probably going to try to kill you. And it could be a black guard who's sympathetic, and they may look the other way when the black supremacist gangs try to kill you. Kori Muhammad, I already spoke about you before. So that solution, we all know it's morally wrong, but I'm just saying this for the sake of argument because there are people who are going to try to act like it's not morally wrong. Even though murdering innocent people who have not done anything to you is wrong, but obviously there are people who try to justify this in their minds. So I'm trying to speak to that mind. Why are you going to go to jail if you believe that the system is stacked against you and that the system is trying to put you in jail? That is the argument that a lot of people make against white racism when they say it's systemic. They say the system wants to put black men in jail. So if the system wants to put black men in jail, why are you going to do something so that the system can put you in jail if you're a black man? You should do things so that you do not go to jail. If you want to fight against the system, you have to do so legally. You have to work to change laws. You have to vote. There are people who want you to go about changing things through economic empowerment so that you have the money to pay for lawyers who can represent you. In the medical front, look at what happened with the Tuskegee experiment. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Tuskegee experiment. What you need to do then to counter that is to create black doctors so that you know you're going to have a doctor that's not going to discriminate against you because you're black. Because the doctor is black and you're black. And you see what I'm getting at here? Going out and murdering random people does not solve anything. Not only does it not solve anything, it is morally wrong. And you're going to be arrested, you're going to be put in jail. And then basically, I mean, if you think you're under oppression when you're not in jail, I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but I'm inclined to believe that jail is the height of oppression. Okay? And just like anybody who's on the white person side of a race war, you're going to end up in jail around people who are murderers and who are probably going to try to kill you because they're not getting out of jail at all, if anytime soon, and they have nothing else better to do anyway than to try to murder you. So why do something that's going to put you in a situation where you have no freedom? See how murdering innocent people does not help you? It does not make the world a better place. If we want to boil down a lot of people's gripes, I think they come down to, I don't like the world the way it is. I would like to make the world a better place. If you want to make the world a better place, you start with yourself. Make yourself a better person. Then help the people who are around you. If you can help the people who are around you by doing your best, and even working at your job, just if all you can do is go to work and come home, you go to work and come home and you contribute the best that you can because you have a job, because somebody needs that product or that service that you're responsible for in that job. And if you do that well, it helps the people who use that product or service, makes their lives better, etc., etc., etc. Drop the pebble in the pond, ripples go out. That's what I'm talking about. Now, there's always going to be good in the world, and there's always going to be evil in the world until Jesus comes back. So, until Jesus comes back, if you want to make this world a better place, can you see it on the shirt? Just say no to the devil. And sometimes you're going to have to fight for what's right. Fighting for what's right is not murdering people. Fighting for what's right means you struggle against things seen and unseen to develop yourself physically, mentally, spiritually to make the world a better place. And one of the things that can help you do that, it's not the only thing, but one of the things that does help you do that is martial arts classes. And do you want to know where you can take those?